In another of his books, When the Body Says No, Dr. Gabor Mate talks about Type C personalities, the types of people we might describe as nice or people pleasers, the ones who will never say no to a request and will always put others' needs before their own. So you've probably all heard of Type A and Type B personalities. People with Type A personalities may be ambitious, aggressive, or competitive. And people with Type B personalities may be laid back, flexible, and patient. So personality refers to the pattern of emotions, thoughts, and behaviours that make each individual who they are. But Dr. Mate talks about Type C personalities. And remember, those are patterns of emotions, thoughts, and behaviours, so they can be unlearned. So these Type C personality traits can be linked to emotional wounds where an individual has learned to put others' needs before their own and suppress emotions to avoid making caregivers uncomfortable, because those caregivers were likely not resourced to be able to support the individual to process the emotions in a healthy way and let them go. So if we don't feel worthy of love, connection, and belonging just the way we are, we may seek status to feel important, or we may help others ahead of ourselves. And as children, we don't know how to think, because we haven't developed that part of our brain yet. We only know how to feel. And the felt sense comes before thinking. So what we felt will dictate what we then think when we're able to learn how to think. So those formative years are so instrumental. And the unconscious script we may have learned in those types of emotional wounds are likely to be, I'm only worthy of love if I put others' needs before my own, for example. And this is not about blaming parents or caregivers. It's about understanding our 95% unconscious programming so that we can take responsibility for how we now show up in life, so that we can live a heart-led and healthy life. We can meet our own needs and empathize with others and show compassion. So that Type C personality, that was me, the people pleaser, the person who suppressed her emotions and didn't speak her truth for fear of being rejected or abandoned, or upsetting people or causing conflict. That was me until I learned how to find my voice and start to take back my power through holistic healing practices, through Reiki and energy healing, meditation, kinesiology, and homeopathy, and through the inner child process, which I now practice with clients, and somatic exercises to help release stuck energy from my body. And as I mentioned, it's still a work in progress for me, and that little girl within me still needs regular reassurance that I've got her back and I'm going to keep her safe, especially in public speaking situations like this, which are way out of my comfort zone. But I also know it's my opportunity to practice what I preach and show that little girl within me that it's okay to not be perfect. And the success is in doing my best.